Hello everybody, it's Patty here with Patty Stitches. Today is June the 23rd, 2025, and this is episode 312. And on today's show, I have a new start to show you and some whips. So sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice, which is water for me, your craft of choice, and let's chat. So how was everybody's week? Mine was okay. I survived the 80s, the 80 plus degrees weather. So I had fans. It did get hot in here a couple of days, and especially after we had to shut the windows because there's a lot of fires that happened with the high heat. We get lightning strikes. Lightning strikes cause fires. And yes, so there is a lot of smoke in the air. It has rained recently on Sunday night. Monday morning it rained, so that's a good thing, but it is still overcast and very smoky. So right now I don't have the fans going. I have all the windows, and it's cool in here, which is nice. It's not too warm. It's still warm, but it's not overly oppressive warm. If I get too hot, I can go into the basement, cool off. Didn't have the littles on Sunday because them and their parents went down to Wasilla, and while they were in Wasilla, the fire jumped the highway, which meant the highway from, I wish I could remember what miles were shut, but between Fairbanks and Wasilla, the road was closed. There is another way to do it as well, another highway to come back, and that also had a fire next to it. So they were stuck, and I'm not sure if they're still stuck because I believe that as of last night they had a pilot car that was taking one lane back and forth. So yeah, not fun. There has been a lot of evacuations. I feel very bad for a lot of people who live out in the outskirts. Their houses are, some of them are burning, so keep them in your thoughts. I know they would appreciate it. Hopefully it's supposed to be rainy off and on all this week. There were thunderstorms in the forecast, but I think I looked earlier and they were gone. So hopefully they really are gone and we're not going to have any more thunder strikes. Or lightning strikes, I should say. Anything else? No. The Hubs is feeling so much better. He did paint a wall in the toy room that needed to be painted, and I am really considering on moving from this room into the toy room and having the toy room in here. This is a smaller room. The kids' toys are pretty much contained, so it wouldn't be too much of a problem for them to move this, have their stuff in this room. It is just, I have one huge piece of furniture in here that is very heavy, and I got myself stuck trying to move it one time and had to climb over top of it and call for somebody to come help me move it the rest of the way. And that was a while ago. And that's not fun when the piece of furniture fits through the door just fine. It moves between the two rooms, no problem, because I've done it before. But I got stuck in the room trying to push it out of the door, and it was just old carpet was making it so it was really hard to push it. And yeah, had to call my son after I spent 20 minutes trying to figure out how I was going to climb over this piece of furniture because I had nothing I could really stand on to climb over top of it. So it was interesting, obviously. I got over it, but it was fun. And I'm a little bit heavier than I was at the time, too. So now, I'm a little bit heavier. So, don't know. I don't know if I can climb over that if I get stuck. But I'd also not just push it. I've got moving equipment that could help me move it now. So I might end up doing it, but I don't know. It would be a little bit at a time. And I do have a week to do it before they would come back to see Grandma. I'm not sure if they're still stuck in Wasilla or not. They're probably not at this point, but yeah, not sure. Anything else? I did go knitting on Friday. Had a good time. We'll probably go knitting again this Friday, just like every other week. Yay! So, shall we get back onto the stitching? I think so. So, I think I'm going to start with my new start. I went ahead and started the Heaven and Earth Designs Once Upon a Fairy Tale with the artwork by Amy Stewart. I am stitching this on 25 count, easy count, 1/1. I did get the floss and fabric from Heaven and Earth Designs, and I want to give a shout out to Michelle and her crew. I accidentally bought the wrong size. Oh, I didn't buy the wrong size. I bought Lugana. So I bought 25 count Lugana, not the Easy Guide. So when I realized I didn't buy the Easy Guide, I asked her, can you please change that out? I'll pay the difference, no problem. So yeah, I did get the Easy Guide. Thank you so much for shipping that out to me. I appreciate that, Michelle and crew. So I started working on this on the 20th because it took me a while to get it all set up and ready to go. So here I am on what I have started so far. I am enjoying this stitch so much. There's a lot of confetti in this stitch so much, and a lot of colors, but I am doing my regular 100 square diagonal. I really enjoy that. I was going to do the 10 diagonal, and I thought, nah, I'll just do it how I do it, because that seems to work the best for me. So here we are. Yay. So, I didn't stitch on a lot because I wanted to get this next one to a completion spot. So the next thing I want to show you is my other Heaven and Earth design. This is my 2025 Sal, which is Steampunk Portal by L&L Designs on 25 count easy guide. And I finished the second row and the second portion of it. So this is so exciting. I finished this on the 19th. And yeah, I'm in love with it. So on July the 1st, we should be getting the next set of 4 pages, which will be the bottom 4 for this project. I think there's one that's got more. It has like 4 rows of 4, but this one only has 3 rows of 4, which is so super exciting. And then I should be done with this. Yay, and make it into a pillow, because that is what I've decided to do. So this will be set aside until I get it on. If I get it before July 1st, I don't think I'll even start it then. I will wait until July the 1st for that project. And the last thing I worked on, yeah, I did not work on a lot of projects this week, is the Blue Flower Sleeping Bee. So I worked on this on Friday. I am stitching this on, let me see here. Gotta get the spectacles on. Oops. This is on 40 count Platinum Newcastle by Zweigart. And I did quite a bit. I got the bee's abdomen all filled in, and I put in his legs, and I finished that the white stitching down there. So yeah, super excited, super excited. I got that much done on the bee. It is such a cute stitch. I'm hoping I can finish this by the end of the year, but I don't know. I don't know. The only thing I do know I'm finishing is Steampunk Portal. Just a second. That one I definitely am going to finish. Okay. let's see, anything else? Oh, I wanted to say I did start doing getting the floss ready for a master set of DMC, and then taking the rest and just putting them somewhere to where I'd have a master set and then fill in the rest of this stuff somewhere. So I went ahead and decided I would use the thin version instead of the hearts. These are the Pip and Chip stickers. They're called the DMC mini labels. So as you, hopefully you guys can see, it's got the number on it in the color, which I really do appreciate. So let's see. They do change and have the number on it. So this is 1 through 25. So on each ring, I'm going to have 25. And I'm hoping to get all of this done in the next year. This is going to take a while. And at first, I'm just going to do one. And if I have more than one, obviously, I will worry about that. You know, I'll worry about those later. But I'm going to first pull out and go through this bag. So these are 100s through 3800s of floss that isn't on a floss ring, obviously. So if you get these on a floss drop, and then see about filling in the DMC from this first, and then going to these floss drops, and then going from all. I don't know if I talked to you guys about this. I think I did. I didn't work on this at all last week. So I'm going to have to go. I'm sorry this is going to be cut so short. I've got a phone call and I'm not going to redo this video. So I hope that you are all staying safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.